I wanted to come on today and show you a recently released book. This is called Moms of the Bible, Life-Changing Lessons from the Fearless, Flawed, and Faithful. It is by Rhonda Stope. Hopefully, sorry if I said your name wrong. And it is from Harvest House. So I was interested in this because I was on Amazon, I'm on Amazon way too much, full confession there. But I was on my Amazon app, and this popped up as like a suggested book that I might be interested in. I was like, hey, that looks pretty good, and looks like a great Bible study for me this summer. So got a copy of that and wanted to share it with you. So it says, Biblical Encouragement for Everyday Motherhood. Have you ever whispered to yourself, I'll be a better mom tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes? Maybe you're comparing yourself to other moms and feel you aren't measuring up, but don't lose hope. Just as moms in Scripture learn from life's up and downs, with God's help, you can become the mom you long to be. Moms of the Bible explores timeless life lessons from Bible moms of all types, revealing how their stories of failure, faith, and hope can help you fulfill your own calling with confidence. From the redeemed Rahab to the horrible Herodias, each story unveils eye-opening insights and powerful applications that can help you as you seek to raise up children who impact their generation with fearless faith. Author Rhonda Stope engages you with the warmth and wisdom of a trusted friend who's been there herself. For mothers of all ages and stages, including step, adoptive, foster, and grandmothers raising their grandkids, this uplifting book at the Moms of Scripture will empower you to influence the culture in profound ways through your sacred ministry of motherhood. So what intrigued me about this book the most was that it's talking about moms that are in the Bible and kind of like applying those life lessons to our own life today. I'm always very interested in applying what I read in Scripture and that application piece. So I thought this would be a great study for that. All right, so let's take a look at what's in here. So we're going to have 3 parts. We have Fearless Moms, and it talks about Rahab, Jochebed, Mary, and Esther. Flawed Moms, Herodias, Lot's wife, Rebecca and Eve. And Faithful Moms, Naomi and Ruth, Eunice and Lois, Hannah, and a Faithful Moms with no name. And then we have an appendix about how to have a relationship with Jesus, which of course is the most important thing. So we have an introduction here, God's calling for you as a mom. And I noticed when I went through this, I didn't know this before I got the book, but there's a teaching for each chapter, a video. So it says to watch Rhonda teach on each chapter of this book, use this QR code. There's also a link if you don't have a way to scan the QR code if it's not working for you. And I thought that was really cool. So you get a little lesson to go with, a video lesson to go with each chapter as well. So this is chapter 1. This is about Rahab, a shady lady with fearless faith. And it tells you to read Joshua 2. So I like that also. I always love studies and devotionals. They're going to get me into my Bible more. So grab a Bible, read Joshua 2, and then you would read the chapter. And the chapter, let's see, it starts on page 13. This is not a study it's going to have like fill in the blanks or anything like that, which some people like that, some people don't. So then, let's see here. So it goes from page 13 until 30. So it's about 17 pages. And then we're going to have some life lesson questions. So we have, what is your biggest takeaway from Rahab's story? Write out and ponder 2 Corinthians 5:20. So you might want to journal for this since there's not a ton of space to answer the questions, and write out the scripture. What does an ambassador for Christ do? 1 Peter 3:15 says we should always be prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. How will you prepare yourself to share your faith? That's a good one. Spend time thanking God for sending someone to tell you about Christ and ask him to give you the courage to pray, send me. And then you have your little QR code to watch the video to go with each chapter. Okay, so then I won't go through too much more of this. It's the same layout for the whole book. But it's Jochebed's the next one. Exodus 2, that's the mother of Moses. I may not be saying her name correctly, so I apologize if I didn't. So each chapter is going to have that same layout. You're going to have your scripture to read. You're going to have your chapter, which is like 15-ish pages. You're going to have your questions at the end, like 3 to 5 questions. And then you're going to get your QR code to watch the video teaching. You don't pay any extra for that, so that's nice. Sometimes the videos are an extra cost when you have these types of studies, which I understand why, but it's nice this one doesn't have that. Okay, so yeah, that pretty much is how this book is laid out. I'm going to go through this over the summer here. I'm a teacher, so I have a couple more days of work and in-service and things of that nature coming up here. So hopefully then I will get to enjoy this book here over the summer and take my time with it. Right now I'm still going through my Revelation study, but I'm like over halfway. So I should be able to get through that. Revelation, as you probably know, at least for me, is a book that can't be rushed. So I'm taking my time with that, but then I'm hoping this one is going to be the next one on my agenda. So I'll let you know how I like it as I go through it, but I wanted to come on and show it to you because it's a new release. It looks really awesome, and just in case you wanted to get it to study this summer as well. So again, this is called Moms of the Bible, and it is from Harvest House.